This is a topic that I don't know why I haven't spoke to it before, but it's a really important topic to me. I've had some conversations this week around what happens in a relationship when it starts to break down and there's kids involved. When a relationship breaks down for any reason, there's definitely a lot of hurt. There's resentment, there's anger, and honestly, there's just a lot of confusion. I'm not here to pretend that finding peace with each other is easy. I'm not here to give any kind of relationship advice because every situation with children can be very dynamic. I know this because when my father left, he left. He wasn't there. I remember as a kid, I didn't fully understand the reasons why. I just knew his absence, what it felt like. I knew what it did to me. I knew what it did to our family. And I think that experience in some ways shaped one of the most important decisions I would eventually make as a father. Because when my own relationship ended to my ex-wife, there was a difference between the fact that we walked away from the relationship, but what we didn't do was walk away from our family. And to me, there's a big difference there. Was it always easy? Absolutely not. There were a lot of emotions, things that her and I needed to walk through individually and also together. But through all of it, the one thing that mattered to us, no matter what was happening between us, our daughter, we would never be put in the middle. She wasn't the messenger, she wasn't the leverage, and she wasn't responsible for our emotions. And she was never going to feel like she had to choose between mom and dad. I remember when we had discussed about the ending of the marriage, that we said that no matter what happens between us as we work through our individual things, we never want our daughter to have any less of a healthy, positive, loving family than what was expected out of the marriage when we were together. And honestly, over time, something really beautiful happened in this situation. Collectively, we all found peace. We learned how to respect each other in a different type of relationship. And today, nearly 30 years after my own father left my family, I get to look at mine and see something completely different. Her mom and I are still friends. And anybody that knows us sometimes says we have the most unconventional friendship as being ex-husband and ex-wife, but for us, it works. We're still her parents, and we are all still family. Not in the conventional way that we originally imagined our family would look, but we're still family. And I think sometimes we need to take a moment to remember that just because a relationship doesn't work out the way two people hoped it would, it doesn't mean we have to stop being human to each other. You can be hurt and still be kind. You can disagree and still be respectful. You can move on and still want the other parent to succeed. And that's always been my wish for my ex, is to make sure that her life is just as fruitful and fulfilling as mine is, even though we're not in the marriage any longer. You can love your child enough to protect the relationship with the other parent, even when your own relationship with that person at times can be difficult. That's why when I see children being used as leverage during a separation, it absolutely breaks my heart, because the kid is the one affected by the parent's decision. My father made the decision to leave and not be part of our life, and I have lived through what that experience is. And I know for myself and for my ex-wife, we definitely did not want our child to have the same experience. Sometimes putting your child first means finding peace with someone else that maybe just wasn't here forever. And to this day, I'm incredibly grateful that we did, and I really hope that you can too. Remember, ultimately, at the end of the day, you are a parent. No matter whether you get along, whether there's friction, there's anger, there's hurt, I understand all of that. I've gone through all those emotions. Your responsibility is to take care of your child, no matter what the circumstances are between you and your other partner. I just want to share a little bit of that today because it is something that I see quite often where parents going through a separation or a divorce. I see the kids being used as leverage to try and hurt the other parent. And I'll tell you definitively, you think that you might be doing something to hurt the other person or your partner, but ultimately the only person who suffers through all of this is the child. And I can speak that because I've been through that, and I want a different outcome for my daughter. And I really hope that you would want a different outcome for your child too. So just thought I'd share that today. If you have any thoughts or feelings on that, by all means, please comment, as I'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you around. Thanks.